By the 19th century, most part of Africa had been conquered. For years, millions of Africans were subjected to exploitation. Slave trade was common, and a good number of Africans were being transported as slaves. Africa needed a revolution. Africans had to fight. They had to break chain of imperialism in which they were trapped. Today we remember the intelligent, fearless revolutionary leaders who have liberated Africa. The part 2 of heroes of African revolution in no particular order. So we are starting with 10 heroes of African revolution. Number 11 is Don Matera. Born in 1935 in Western South Africa, he discovered his call to national politics at the leak of apartheid, where he resolved to join the African National Congress Party. They consequently became a political activist and helped preach black conscious politics. He later formed a writing group of journalists that relied for inclusively. Number 12 is Ellen Johnson. Ellen was the first great African female leader. She served as the 24th president of Liberia. She helped in the African Revolution by fighting for social justice and fighting for equality among Liberians. In addition, she also helped bring steadiness back to Liberia after a series of civil war. Number 13 is Kofi Annan. Kofi Annan, he was a highly respected diplomat. He worked hard to promote peace throughout Africa and worked toward erasing social issues among Africans. He was elected as the 7th United Nations Secretary General and was awarded with the Nobel Prizes. 14 is Samora Machel. He was a commander in Mozambique military, a politician and an African revolutionary leader. He served as Mozambique president from 1975. He campaigned against colonization and led in steady protest against unequal pay that was being practiced. Based, he also studied Frelimo, an African front that helped in fighting independence from the Portuguese. 16 is Selassie. He is another example who led in the front line in advocacy of the African Revolution through improved education and health facilities. He also fought Italians who had planned to colonize Ethiopia. He set up the Ethiopian Airlines in the facilitation of trade within the country and the improvement of living standard. '17 is Nelson Mandela. Arguably one of the most respected icons in Africa. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for 27 years for his radical stand in the African Revolution. Upon his release, he liberated South Africa from the longest battles toward freedom. Mandela's timeless study on justice and liberation earned in him a lot of respect in the African Revolution. 18 is Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Ngugi was born in Kenya. He dropped in Christian name on the peak of call to the African Revolution. He used his artist features to culminate Christicism and neo-colonialism that had begun to develop in Kenya after independence. He constantly wrote plays about capitalism and corrupt that was growing. His fierce criticism led to his exile to the United States, where he continued criticizing the African government and advocating for the African Revolution. Number 19 is Kenneth Kaunda. Kenneth Kaunda was born in North Zambia in 1924. He helped in the revitalization of Africa through campaigns. He led in campaigns against the British federal plans to divide his country. Upon talking politics fully, he was imprisoned for subversive literature. Later, he was released and chosen as United Nation Independence Party leader that led to Zambia independence. Kenneth Kaunda also managed to visit Martin Luther King during his quest for revolution in Zambia. The last one is Edward Mondlane. He was born in Manjaquez, Mozambique in June 1920. He attended a missionary school despite his father's stiff position. He also managed to attend the University of Lisbon that shaped his revolution tactics. Having spent some time in the United States, he came back to the inquest of Mozambique's revolution. He brought out intellectual socialism and avoided radicalization at all. So these are top 10 with part 2 of these revolutionary leaders in Africa.